I was under the rush. I'm an avid online shopper. So what was happening is like the 2 weeks before Christmas, I was getting like 3 and 4 packages delivered every day, and what I was doing was taking them and like throwing them in the corner in the dining room. Mm-hmm. Oh, like 3 days before Christmas, I looked up. It was like a mountain of stuff I hadn't opened, I hadn't checked. I literally had to go on my phone, look at all my emails, and check, like, make sure I got everything because I wasn't checking anything. So, like, literally Christmas, the day before Christmas Eve, I was like up to my neck trying to wrap stuff and put stuff together. But I got real slick after a while because after I ran out of that 5th roll of wrapping paper,
you got bags?
I went and bought bags. So I was like, I'm not ready. Yeah, this is ridiculous. Like, it was just too much. But it was cool. How was your Christmas?
It was good. Some really good food, family. I really did enjoy these holidays. Plus, they were relaxing than work.
That's good.
I gotta go back tomorrow.
I really didn't do much. Not really didn't do much. I didn't do much. Didn't do anything. I do have a wreath on the door. I still need to take care of it. I wasn't feeling good. I'm still a little nasal and stuffy.
Okay, listen. When you under the weather, you under the weather. It don't matter whether it's a holiday or not.
Yep. So that's how mine was.
That's good. That's good. I've been a little hectic too because I am in the midst of taking care of my 8-year-old niece. Yeah, I'm too old to have a child again.
I'm trying to figure out, because she's still up at the hospital almost.
Well, she's so stressed out. She's so stressed out. She can't handle it. So I said, well, listen here. Let me take her off your hands since you're so stressed out. I don't know what you're stressed out about, but I'll take her off your hands. Mm-hmm. And I don't know whether that was a good thing or a bad thing. I think it's a good thing for me because I get to spend time with my niece, but it's almost like a bad thing because, like, bitch, where you at? Where you at? She come over on Friday, and I had to tell her last Friday, you can take her for the entire, well, not last Friday, Friday, you can take her for the entire week. Why don't you want to get your baby for the weekend? Like, she's supposed to stay here. Long story, but I mean, that's my niece, and I don't mind, but I've realized I am far too young to be taking care of a child 8 years old. Because what happens is my brain shuts down after a certain time, and I be going, okay, well, see, I don't have to worry about my kids. My kids go wherever they go, and they do whatever they do.
Yeah.
I look up, what we gonna do now? Where we gonna go? What we gonna do? What we gonna play? You wanna play Barbies? I be like, oh Jesus, I can't.
So you have to entertain
us. Yeah. And I be like, Selena, and Selena, my door's locked. Selena be locking my door.
Oh no.
She say my door's locked.
My door's locked. I be like, it'd be a lot. It's a lot, but I mean, I don't mind. And the funny part is, she's always told my husband that we need to get another bedroom in our house because she needs her own bedroom.
Oh, yeah, that's cute. So, that's cute.
So, needless to say, it sounds like you may have your niece a little bit longer.
I want to say no. But I don't know if that's going to be realistic. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out why I got it anyway. I don't even know why. But you know what?
You should be able to help out.
I'm just not going to ask no questions, not for real, because if I really start asking questions, it's going to be a problem. But I'm just saying, I don't know why I have her anyway. What are you stressed out about? You're not in the hospital. Nothing's happening. You ain't paying no hospital bill.
So it sounds like my senses is tingling.
I don't know. It's like
quite interesting.
Very interesting. It's very, very interesting. That's another topic that maybe we could talk about. Child rearing in 2020. My thing is, and this is what I said to my mother, the way we was raised, you have children and you take care of your children. You don't just drop your children off over the grandparents' house or the auntie's house miscellaneously and just not come back.
Right.
I ain't never been raised like that. I don't know nothing about it. It's new to me. But what I noticed with her, and it's not just her, it's her sisters too. They have this, I don't know if it's a thing, if it's a thing with their family. They feel like when you're family, they can just drop children off and keep it moving. It's like, wow,
Yeah. See, Mom, now I don't feel bad about those all-day supermarket trips.
See?
But
my mother and me, I'm the same way. Like, I'm not I have a grandson and love him to death. He's just as cute and sweet as he want to be. I'm really not a social babysitter. My kids are older now.
You babysit with a purpose.
Yes.
Like if you're stuck and you need somebody, yes, I'll do it.
Yes.
But don't think that you're just going to drop them off over here willy nilly.
No.
Yeah. Well,
That's what the great grandmothers are for.
Listen. I'm gonna just say this. Like I said, that's my niece. I don't mind having her. I don't mind doing anything for her. I'm trying to understand why any mother, I don't care who it is, why any mother would think that that is okay, because it's not.
Yeah.
It's just not. It's not okay to me. And I mean, let's call it. Somebody call it and explain to me if it's okay to just drop your kids off willy nilly and just don't come back and get them. I mean, anybody got offer a good explanation?
Yeah, well, usually, because I mean, I wouldn't mind. Anytime my brother asks me to babysit, I'm here, and I'll do it with no problem. But usually, like, there's some kind of communication, like, all right, I'll be back on Saturday.
Well, that's the whole point.
Or Sunday.
They drop them off with the intent to pick them up.
Right.
The problem I'm having is there's no intention to pick anyone up. I don't understand. That's the part that I'm not getting. And I don't want to say there's no. Let me take that back. Let me back up a little bit. I was never told they wasn't coming back to get them, but it's just like, oh, you do drive-bys and you stop by and you might come in and you might take her for a day, but it's like
don't you miss your child? Like,
maybe that's what it is. It's like, how you just drop a kid off and you just keep moving? Like, that's the part that I'm very confused about. And at one point when I said something, she took the baby from my house and dropped her off at my mom's house. I'm like, I ain't getting it. I ain't getting it. What I want to do is, I want to let my brother in on it, but I don't want to.
Oh, he doesn't know? No. Now he does. Now he does. God bless you.
He don't know. He don't. I don't think he knows necessarily. I don't know. But you know, it's all good. It's fine. It's
I mean, yeah. But I just don't understand as a parent.
I don't either, but right now is not the time to tell him. He's low under the weather.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I just don't see it as a parent. Like, how can you?
But anyway, look, besides that, my 2020 is going good. I wanted to kind of talk to you about New Year's resolutions. I keep hearing everybody talk about New Year's resolutions, what they plan to do, or what they're not going to do in 2020. I guess my first question to y'all is, do y'all believe in New Year's resolutions?
No.
I do.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
No, I would call it a plan.
It's a plan.
A plan. Not like I'm going to stop drinking on January 1st, or I'm going to do that. No, it's like you reflect and you think about some modifications you want to make in your life, and, you know, you do that. But I just, that whole resolution kind of thing, the term, I think the labeling of it is what I don't.
My thing is, I don't understand it only because my thing is, I like the plan thing. Like, I'll make a plan to do this, but my whole thing is, I don't understand why the beginning of a new year should make you change what you was like. Why does another day on the calendar make you decide you're just going to change everything? I don't understand.
I don't really think it's another day, but for me, in my life, it's like a time of reflection and things that I need to organize and get together.
Right.
So I'll say, okay, this year, I'm going to get this straightened out. Or I'm going to get this straightened out. Or it'll be more stuff like that. Like, this year, what I'm thinking about for resolutions is, I want to do, like, what I would say, a more healthy lifestyle.
Right.
So what I want to do is I want to move towards, not talking about strictly becoming a vegetarian, because, you know, when you say you're going to eat healthy and stuff, and then people see, oh, I thought you was going to eat healthy, you'd be like, wait a minute, bitch, I'm so fat and I'm so greedy, so I still want to eat. But moving towards a more healthier way of living, just because sometimes I do, in my opinion, eat stuff that's more healthy. And that doesn't mean that I go out and I eat chicken wings all day or every day. But I do like Brussels sprouts and I do like peppers. But they're not healthy no more if you cook them in some butter.
Sure.
So I want to get more to a healthier, lighter way of eating, and then not working out sporadically, like keeping up with a system.
A routine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My thing is, I can. Let me see how I can say it. I work out. I try to get into the gym at least 2 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'm at the gym 4 days a week. My thing with me is, I'm the kind of person, what I do is, I go to the gym sometimes according to how I'm feeling. If I feel bloated, I'm at the gym. I be like, oh God, my stomach getting big. Let me get my butt to the gym. I gotta be there. I want to be there consistently because at one point I was there consistently. Like y'all know, I was there every day, all day, hours. The problem with me is I drive by the gym and Selena be like, we ain't gonna go. I be like, let's wait to the gym, and I keep on going. Like I be saying, I'm going there. I might get in there 1 or 2 days a week, but I would like to be there. I wish I could get in the mind frame to be there. Because my things, I notice I work out best the first thing in the morning. I used to get up at 5 a.m. and I'll be at the gym at 5:30, and I would work out from 5:30 to like 7:30 or 8, and I would run home, get dressed, and go to work. But to me, that makes me feel energized. I got tons of energy for the rest of the day. Like when I do that,
because it produces endorphins and stuff. But I'm not a morning person. And then by the time I say I'm gonna go after work, it's like I gotta cook.
That's the whole thing. But see, that's the reason why I stopped going after work, because if I go in the house, I ain't coming back out.
Yeah.
So I was even putting my clothes like in the trunk of the car, like I was carrying my bag, because if I go home, I ain't coming back out.
That's it.
Yeah, I ain't coming back out.
Yeah.
So if I can consistently do that, like if I can go in the morning like I used to, because I tell you, I was stickler for it. I used to be every morning. Yeah.
But what I don't understand is when people put on Facebook their pictures at the gym after they just worked out with their head wraps on. Now, us sending a picture to each other like, yeah, I'm here, but they sitting here dripping in sweat.
Looking stank.
Yes. And then they be like, yeah, I just put in this 45 minutes.
I'm not showing those pictures.
No. Like, I'm like, you gonna actually put that on like www.
But you know what's funny though? That brings up another topic. Why should people share all their business on Facebook in 2020? Like, why do people feel like they have to run to Facebook to post everything?
Stop. They gonna keep showing everything.
It turns you off though. You got people saying like, oh yeah, I just went and made that 40 hours. Like everybody makes 40 hours. I mean, I'm just saying, like,
I just think it's kind of weird that you really think that everything that go on in your life you have to post on Facebook. Like, I don't understand. Like, people post me and my boyfriend going out here to get a cup of coffee at Starbucks. We out here. Like, I don't need to know that. I don't care. I don't care that you bought a cafe latte at Starbucks. I don't care about that.
Yeah.
Or me and my husband going out on date night and they show a picture of them holding hands. Click. Like, I don't care about that.
But
like,
no, the funny part is when you know the background.
Story. Yeah.
You know the background of their relationship. And they all like, yeah, date night with hubby. Oh, I got the best husband in the world. You got the best husband in the world, but we know the background. I'm not going to say it because...
Well, I'm going to just say this.
It could take...
Everybody got a background. Everybody's relationship got a background.
So why do you have to be on there like
that? Because I think some people I think the reason why people put things on Facebook is because they want attention. Because why else would you post it? And not to mention, people don't realize when you put something on Facebook and you share with everybody, you are giving everybody carte blanche in your life to speak on some shit they ain't got no business speaking on. When you put it out there, because once you put it out there, I can comment on it, I can say whatever I want. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand, like, even like when people get angry. Why is the first thing you do? I'm sick of these MFers. I'm going to do this. So why do you go to Facebook?
You're a Facebook gangster.
Like why? I've never understood the need for people to post every little thing, whether it be good, bad, indifference, ugly. They just put it on Facebook, and I don't understand why.
But I just got up, about to go to work. Your ugly ass, you still got white shit in the corner of your mouth. And you talking about
your ugly ass teeth. Like, I don't understand. I don't know if people are looking for affirmation from people. I don't know if people are looking for attention from people. Like, what is it?
Especially when they post.
We live in a society where everybody wants to be heard. Everybody got something to say.
Or they post.
But guess what? We've always lived in a society where everybody wants to be heard. Like,
but my thing is post the angry face.
Like that.
Yeah, because then they want people to say, why?
What's wrong with you?
Or they be like, send prayers out. I'm like,
I was telling somebody I worked with not too long ago. I said to her and her husband went to Dubai. Beautiful trip.
See, I would love to see those pictures.
Right. Okay, but the problem is though, you don't put on Facebook If my husband will be out of the country for a month, we in Dubai. Like that makes no sense.
You post it when you
what
get
you
back.
saying is come around my house because I ain't gonna be home. Like
Yeah.
to me, that's just silly. Like you said, share your pictures later. When you come back, share it then. Like, what's the point in doing it right now? She's like, I never thought of it. Like,
but what I don't like is when you out with a girlfriend and they decide to take like a selfie with you and whatever else, and then they post it. So say like if me and you and Coco was at Moonlight, I would say, oh, I'm gonna put this on Facebook. We would have to talk about that first because who knows where you told someone else you was going.
That's true. Never thought about that. Yeah, that's true.
There needs to be some communication. If we're out, don't just post it.
Yeah.
Say, hey, I'm gonna post this.
Or be like, let's take a picture for Facebook.
But I ask again. Here we go again. Okay, we're out. We're having a good time. We having drinks. Whatever. Like you said, there's nothing wrong with posting a picture as long as you have the permission from everybody. But once again, I ask you. Because we out having a good time, do I have to post it right now, or like, can I hold it? Can I save it? Can I post it tomorrow? Like
some people, and this is all age ranges, It's from our children to our parents and their friends. It's like constant selfies and constant posting. Out having a good time with this person, out having a good time with that, and I'm like,
every time I think of selfies, I don't know if you can remember offhand. We have a friend. And she has a brother-in-law who I call the selfie king. I have never in my life seen a grown-ass man post as many selfies as he do. Every time I look up, it's a picture of his face. And it's like, we know what you look like. How many times are you going to post a picture of your face? I'm talking about, I'll tell you later. But yeah, you know what. But it's like every time I look up, it takes, I'm not saying no name. Every time I look up, I see a picture of your face, and it's like, how many times do you have to post it?
No, I'm curious because I don't know, but we're not gonna see it.
You know what it is. You're not thinking. You probably
we better not talk about.
We're not gonna talk about it.
We ain't gonna call. We usually have nicknames for people.
I ain't even got a nickname for this dude.
But we're gonna leave names alone. We're gonna keep it strictly anonymous.
It's like,
but what killed me is when they post pictures of sneakers.
Sneakers.
Oh, they'll post a picture of a watch they just got. Or they post a picture.
They post personal belongings.
Yeah. Or they be like, oh, look what I just got.
Okay. I cop this.
Yeah.
Like I said, is it for attention? Because you clearly want attention. My whole thing is, I don't care if I came into $2. I didn't tell them on Facebook I found $2. It might be one of y'all $2 that I found. I'm not into that. That's not my thing. You don't need to know everything that I'm doing.
That's why sometimes I come down. I usually come down around this time and come down until around April or the summertime. Mm-hmm. That's when I call myself doing my purge or whatever else. And that's when I be like, the purge is real.
Yeah, I like the purge because I don't never put nothing out there. I don't have purge the motherfucking thing.
No, it's not purge. That's what I call when I'm coming off.
Yeah, like,
because I post little dumb stuff. I post mommy love vodka stuff.
Right.
And so my mom said, why you always posting stuff about drinks? It make it look like you're alcoholic. Well, if that's what somebody get from it, then that's fine. But it's funny to me. You know what I mean?
If I look at it and I think it's funny, I get a chuckle from it. I'm just going to share it because maybe somebody else will get a chuckle.
Exactly. And people share it. But what I'm going to do, though, is, because, I stalk wherever I park. I stalk the shop right. I stalk when I sit outside. I just sit outside my house and do absolutely nothing for an hour, 2 hours.
You just see what's going on.
And I watch.
Mm-hmm.
I see the cats walking up and down the street. So I said, with the help of my little Kayla mama baby, one day was shy. I'm gonna videotape these cats because in my neighborhood there's a bunch of cats that walk up and down the street
like a gang.
You got one that goes from down my walkway, look up and down the street, and go through another walkway. You got one that comes from one house. You got one that be sitting under the bush. And I be thinking to myself, what are they actually thinking?
God, I would love to know. I would love to know.
So I said I was going to make it so I can add a caption to what I think they're thinking.
Wow.
Because my mom Freddie, let me tell you, you can drive up and you just see Freddie walking down the street.
Chilling.
Hey, he see your car, he be like,
look like.
oh, it's time to go in.
That's funny.
You call him, Freddie! Here you go. All you hear is the bell.
There you go.
He coming in. You know? So I just want to, you know how they had a Secret Life of Pet? That's what I
was thinking about when you talking about. Y'all seen that cartoon, right?
Oh,
Yes.
Hilarious.
Yes.
Well, like I said, I wonder if people come up with New Year's resolutions about their Facebook activity. Do people say, well, you know, I'm not going to post as much, or I'm going to be careful about what I post, or I'm not going to say as much as I usually say, or I'm not going to call nobody out to fight on Facebook. Or I ain't going. Hopefully they do, because
That's crazy.
But you know what though? As an administrator, people need to be real cautious about what they post. Because
y'all need to go on your pages and share, start a watch party so people know. I tagged all of y'all. Y'all go to your pages.
my cousin already
won.
won. Hey, Roz! But people need to be leery about what they post because, one, as an employee, and you apply for a position, they can just search your name and find your page on Facebook. And although that's your personal business, it still is a identifier of your character.
I'm gonna say this.
And then, as an employer, your employees search your pages too, without you even knowing it. So therefore, you have to be careful about what you post as well. So as an administrator, I wouldn't be on there saying, this bitch, blah 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 blah. But she don't know who she effing with, and you know what I mean. Like that's because that tells your character.
That makes you feel inside. Well, I'm gonna just say this. I don't think it's fair for employers to look at people. I know they do because people have brought me screenshots of people's prospective hires Facebook pages. I don't think it's fair though. I don't think it's fair because I feel like that's your personal business. That's something you're doing outside of work. Do I feel like you should be judged on what you post on Facebook? I don't think so because guess what? At the time you're on Facebook, you're in your personal life, you're doing your personal things, and doesn't have anything to do with work. But I will say this. Do employers look? Absolutely they look. They look all the time. And what a lot of young people don't realize is that they base whether they're going to hire you off of that. They go, oh no, he on here popping pills, drinking, smoking weed. We can't hire him. We can't do that. Not even that though, but it's like I said, it's a portion of your character. I'm gonna just say this. I think it's a smidget of your character because what you put on Facebook is probably 1/10 of what you do in a day. You understand what I'm saying? So should somebody be able to base how they feel about you according to what's on Facebook? If you only put like a smidget of your life on there, I don't think that's a fair assessment of you because the funny part is I'm thinking about the things I put on Facebook. My thing is you can't really judge me by what I posted on Facebook. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Sherelle. Hey, Felicia. They joined our watch party.
Okay. But yeah, I don't think people should be able to judge you according to what you put on Facebook. But I think, like you said, I think what people need to realize is that people actually do. They're judging you, especially when it comes to jobs and stuff like that. You don't want to be overlooked for a position because you're doing something crazy on Facebook and you're posting it and stuff like that. That's crazy. I don't think you should, but unfortunately, the way of the world now is that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing.
But see, my job, we have it's almost like playing a fitness, a judgment-free zone, the way we have to do our interviews and things like that. However, they tell you not to judge people and
yeah, but you're going to judge people because that's how you're going to find out information. I would do it too if I was in a hiring, department in this day and age with social media. I am going to search your page because I want to see maybe some things in there that I need to know about. So if you put it out there.
See, that's the point. That's what people don't realize. Once you put it out there, it's for public consumption, and people can do with it whatever they want. They can do with it whatever they want. Like I said, do I think it's fair for them to judge you? Probably not. But do they do it? Of course they do. Yeah. Yes, they do. They do it all the time.
Felicia said, "Hey, ladies."
Hey.
I'm sure.
Hopefully, I think people will maybe put some or curtail their activity on Facebook in 2020. I'm hoping.
That's not going to happen, and please don't, because I enjoy watching it. So let me
Oh, you
ask.
like a disaster.
I sure
Is
do.
that why
I
your car crash?
Listen, I remember one time Tammy said, listen, Tammy from, you don't watch Real Housewives, but she said, we are with your,
put it like that.
you don't, but she said, we're with your relationships all through when this is boo, y'all loving, this is y'all done went here and there. She's like, bitch, I want to see what happens when y'all done broke up. I want to see, now he not boo no more, let me know the middle part. So if you put it all out there, yes I am. But I enjoy seeing all the different places that people go. And I'm one of the people who I don't post right away when it's happening. Mine may come a couple days later. Usually, like it was, my close friends, their birthdays, and my relatives, I try and get that out. But I'm just not I usually do dumb stuff. If it's a recipe, I'm part of that group. Because you know that I am a foodie.
Mm-hmm. So how do you do the watch party?
You have to go to your page and hit watch, start a watch party. Because you're tagged in it.
All right. But what cracks me up is,
so the watch party allows all of your friends to watch what we're doing.
Oh, my sister joined. Hey, Chelsea.
Hey,
Chelsea.
The part that's cracking me up is when that DM thing.
Yeah, what be up with that?
The messenger part. Maybe people should stop doing that in 2020. Because you sitting here posting pictures of you and your wife holding hands, but yet you DMing somebody saying, I want to see you.
Oh, you on another level here.
Yeah, but here we go again. Don't men who do that going to do that regardless? They're going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
They're going to do it anyway. So, I mean, what's the difference?
I'm just saying. There's some stuff out here.
It is, but I think it's so comical.
Hey, Ty. Ty says she loves us.
Hey,
and I'm doing something I don't like doing. I hate that too. When y'all doing Facebook Live, we can do some shout outs or whatever. But now that we live and stuff like that, we don't have to be like every time somebody pop up, hey girl, when we're in the middle of a conversation.
Well, we're not going to say hey, but I do want to appreciate the people that's looking and listening and have joined in.
Yes.
We're not giving a demonstration, so we're just showing that we're appreciative of them joining in.
Yeah.
Now, I have already shared my New Year's resolution / plan. Lady Q, what is yours?
I don't make New Year's resolutions. You know
you
why?
have any plans?
But you know what? I always have plans. It ain't got nothing to do with the New Year. I always try to keep a plan,
Mm-hmm.
But I don't make New Year's resolutions because I figured out a long time ago they don't work for me.
Okay.
Because everything I say I'm going to do, either I half do it or like it'll come out a totally different way than what I thought it was going. Like my thing is, if I have a forethought of what I'm going to do, it really doesn't have anything to do with the new year coming along.
Right.
So
okay.
I don't make none because I don't get me wrong. I've done it before. I'm going. I ain't did nothing I said I was going to do.
See,
or I did half of what I said I was going to do, and then I get disappointed. So like, what's the point? I just like having a plan, whether it be the new year or not. I just like having a plan. Now I can tell you what my plans is. I do have plans, but
see, mine is that usually I stick right to them. Like
these plans wasn't adopted because of the new year. My plan that I have in mind right now, I am going to try to be a more understanding person. And I say that because I have a way sometimes of, when I say things sometimes, and I've noticed this, and it's not just one or two people that told me that, I might say something, and I might be meaning something totally different, and the way I've said it or portrayed it, somebody can take it a totally different way. So I have to learn how to be more meaningful and be more mindful of what exactly is coming out of my mouth. I'm not going to lie. I have to do that. I also have to realize that I am allowed to remove myself from situations that I don't want to be part of. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I feel a lot of times I be part of certain things only because I know that my mother would like me to do it, or my sister want me to do it, or somebody want me to do it. And I be going, I don't want to do this. Why am I doing this? I do that all the time. So I said, I'm going to stop doing it. On the work thing, I'm going to continue to do what it is that I do. I'm going to look forward to probably getting a new position in 2020 because I've come up with this what do I call it? A segue into a new position.
Okay.
I don't know if I can do it. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do it, but I am going to definitely try to do it. I have to put it out there. I got to put it in the atmosphere, so hopefully it will happen for me.
Claim it.
So, but when you say a segue into a new position, you don't know if you can. what type of, is it a lateral move? Is it a more,
I think in the beginning it will be a lateral move, but in the end it will definitely be a quote unquote upgrade, because I've figured out in my organization exactly what it is that I want to do. Now, do they have people that's doing exactly what it is that I want to do? Not that I've seen. I've seen people doing certain aspects of the position that I want to do. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's a title for what exactly I want to do.
I know what you mean.
I think I'm going to create it. I'm going to try to create it myself.
Yep.
Because people are doing it in bits and pieces, but they haven't made a job out of it. But the funny part is what they don't realize is that what the part of my job that I want to concentrate on, that can be a whole job in itself. And the funny part is what I'm noticing is that I'm getting calls from all over the country for me to assist people to help them with the specific aspect of my job. And I'm going,
so there's a whole...
if I'm spending all this time helping all these people, how come they don't have this position already, marketed already? Like, how come no one has ever said, we need somebody to do this or that?
Well, in one of my positions, a company I worked for, I created my own job description. Mm-hmm. So that is doable. That is something. And I think I'm going to, venture into that for when I have to do my performance eval. Just talk to my director and see what I want to do, mm-hmm. and what I can delegate and hand off.
I think that's good, because I feel like when you are in a private company or private sector, it's so much easier to do.
Yeah, that's true.
In the government, you got to cut through so much red tape, mm-hmm. so many rules, so many this, so many that. The only thing that I may have on my side is that technically I am actually doing it, what it is that I want to do. But I do that along with 30 other things. I would like to concentrate on that one aspect. Because like I said, that one aspect is a job in itself.
Right.
So if I could talk you know what I need to do? I need to get some of our executives on my little bandwagon. So that may take some schmoozing a little bit. And if y'all know about me, I'm not a good schmoozer. Okay. I'm not a great schmoozer, but I might have to learn how to schmooze, because I need people to understand exactly what it is that I want to do.
Get to schmooze.
I might have to learn how to schmooze. I'm not a good schmoozer. I might have to.
So what I want to do is, I was looking at some financial opportunities to mm-hmm. save additional money, mm-hmm. and not realizing that my 401k was taking out a huge chunk of money every paycheck. And I was like, wait a minute. So I reached out to other individuals to find out. And I was like, wow. So I made some changes. I mean, it was almost, the difference was over $1,000 a month.
That's good.
And I'm like, you mean to tell me all this time I'm sitting here? Because I used to say, if I make this amount, how come I'm only bringing home this amount? And come to find out, it was the 401k. Mm-hmm. So sometimes we need to take advantages of that financial literacy and, take a deep dive into opportunities to save money or to put money other places.
I think that's great, because I know at my job, they have, our 401k is called the TSP program. It's called the Thrift Savings Plan. And what they do is, this is back in the day, when I first started with the government, they only will open up the Thrift Savings Plan once a year. Either you can join, you can decide you want to change something, mm-hmm. or whatever, once a year. Now, it's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. You're allowed to go in and change. You can switch, you can dish, you can enroll, mm-hmm. you can disenroll, you can do all kinds of stuff. And the funny part is, like you said, I think that sometimes if you can physically see where your money is going, mm-hmm. then it will make you make some changes, because you might say, well, I might not want all that, over here, because it's not helping me over there, or I can do this. So I think that's great. I think mm-hmm. that's wonderful, because I think when people are in control of their finances, a lot of times that trickles down into your everyday life. And when I say it trickles down, it's because, you know what, I'm not pressed about this because I know my money's going here, or I'm not worried about that because I know this is being handled. So I think that's wonderful.
Yeah, not to mention with the way the market is and the different changes, you need to be able to go in and make those changes more often than just yearly.
Yeah, I'll tell you, in the beginning it was like once a year. Now it's open always. If you want to decide to go into your account and change it to, today, 2 hours from now, you can. You can go in as many times as you want.
Yeah. And then it's funny because, like with the 401k, yes, we are saving for our retirement and whatever else. But however, we're talking about 20 years from now. You know what I mean? So of course you want a nice nest egg, but if you scraping pennies right now, you don't have to contribute.
It's not going to amount to much.
Right. You don't have to contribute as much as you would if you was 10 years from now.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So it's just that understanding that. And I said I was going to go back to reading books. Because we so caught up on, these little blogs and snippets and things like that. But, for me, it'd be more relaxing to go back to reading some books.
That's good.
His dad used to always read self-help books. I remember that.
Motivational.
I
like that better than self-help.
Motivational.
Avid reader, like really. I was like, all of a sudden, I kind of just stopped. Like I don't read books like I used to anymore either. And I don't know why. I would like to get back to it. Look if I can find the time, but
that's why I got books in the bathroom.
Yeah, I love to read books. I get them now, but I usually get them on the tablet.
I know, and that's the other thing. We're so glued to, our electronics and things like that, But I have some books in the bathroom.
You know what the strange thing is, though? No matter what kind of books I get on the tablet, I do not like a cookbook one. I gotta feel it. I gotta hold it. I gotta turn some pages.
a cookbook.
Yes.
But you know what? I'm gonna lie. I've never been a big cookbook person.
Neither. I have.
You know why? Because to me, I think I do my best in the kitchen when I'm just in there messing around.
Yeah. I like to see other people.
Yeah, like if I'm in there messing around, I come up with all kinds of stuff.
This is what I usually do. When I'm using a recipe that I'm not familiar with, I want to see a variety of different recipes and see how different people do it. With different things, okay, they add this and this gives it this flavor. For their butter cookies, they put in some powdered sugar. Okay, that sounds a little strange, but let me see if I combine this one with this one and put my own spin to it.
See,
so I love cookbooks.
I usually just go off the fly, and you all know me. I'm not reinventing the wheel for nothing. So Betty Crocker, Duncan Hines, and all of them people employed a lot of people to make life easy for us. So I don't need to know how much flour, how much baking powder.
Yeah, I do.
Look,
you know why? Because to me, baking is a science. Because the funny part, when you cook, you can always adjust your flavors with some salt or some cumin or some this or some that. With bacon, let me tell you something. Put the wrong amount of baking soda in with something.
Not gonna be right.
It ain't gonna happen.
Because who even owns baking soda in this day and age?
I do.
I can't tell you when I ever brought baking soda.
I guess you don't own no baking powder.
No.
I guess you don't own no extracts. No. You don't own because you're not a baker.
No.
See, I am. I have a whole cabinet devoted to baking stuff.
That my avid baker, no.
Baking is fun.
For me,
fun.
You're only gonna get bacon when the girls come home at Christmas time. Other than that, I'm out.
I even still got my mixer. Guess where it's at?
That's horrible.
In the same spot.
I'm gonna tell you the reason why I bake. The reason why I bake is because I'm the kind of person. The reason why I started baking. Well, my mother was a baker, so I grew up knowing how to bake. But the reason why because I don't like buying store-bought stuff. I don't like the way it tastes. It ain't that great to me. Because guess what? Anything I find in the store, I bet you I can make it twice as good. Like, I don't need that. Like, that little sweet potato pie they sell at ShopRite, that ain't shit. I can make one better than that. Why would give you $6.99 for a pie when I can make one just as good?
Now, see, I can relate because I feel that way with my wingdings. Everybody know I love making a variety of wingdings. But it's hard for me to eat wings out.
Yeah, because you like your own. And I'm like that too. I like my own pound cake. I like my own stuff. And I be going, man, they charging $8 a slice for that? Please, I can make that whole cake for $4. Like, that's crazy.
And that's how I feel about a lot of things. My regular fried whole wings, I can't stand to eat a fried wing and it's not seasoned. I'm like just spitting it out.
Because a lot of places, they just...
and I'm not talking about seasoning or flour.
No, that they just take the wings and put them in the grease, and then they put the sauce on it.
Horrible.
Like I have to season mine, and then someone will call me and say, "How do you make this?" I can't tell you how to make something because I don't measure anything. I'll say a shimmy or a shake.
She said a shimmy or a shake.
A shimmy is a little bit. You do a shimmy. A shake is when you open that other side with the bigger holes and you shake.
You know what I noticed though? I noticed that. This is just me. I know that a lot of people, to me, they don't know what good food is. They think just because they ate a chicken wing and it was tasty, oh, that's good. No, because you ain't really had no good food. Some people don't really know what good food is because you be going,
What
that
things?
ain't good. Like, you think that's good? Like, that ain't good at all.
Right.
You think because you fried a chicken wing and pour some sauce on it, I'm supposed to say, oh, it's delicious? Tastes like you fried a chicken wing and pour some sauce on it. That's what it tastes like to me. But guess what? I'm the heifer that's going to be in the kitchen. I'm going to say, I got to marinate this chicken. I got to do it for 24 hours. Or I got to make this injection because I'm going to inject this chicken with this because I got to make it taste right. That's how I am.
Now, see, I don't marinate.
Oh gosh.
You don't? I marinate everything.
I marinate my lamb chops before.
You have to. Because if you don't, if you try to cook a lamb chop that's not marinated, it just don't taste right.
I don't eat lamb anyway, so.
Yeah, it just ain't right.
I love lamb.
No, I don't marinate. And y'all know how quick I am. I'm a quick dresser and a quick cooker.
I'm not.
I can get up on Thanksgiving morning at 5 o'clock, go to the market to get my fixings, and have dinner, everything ready by 3.
Wasn't Tarika calling you this time?
That's you being a procrastinator.
It don't have nothing to do with I know, right? Somebody over there got a voice.
She
A peanut gallery. Peanut gallery.
Well, I believe this peanut gallery.
You said peanut gallery signing out.
No, we gotta get the voice of the young people.
But that's true.
No, my whole thing is to me, when I'm preparing something to, especially something that, when I'm preparing something to give to someone or to take somewhere, I'm going to take my time. My stuff going to be right. It ain't going to be no thrown together bull crap. Like, I hate, and then funny people don't realize, I don't want no thrown together stuff. Like, I like
So
food.
you've had my food before, so you telling me my food tastes like it's thrown together?
No, it don't.
There you go.
No, it don't.
Well, let me just tell my cousin Alicia, because I catered her daughter's birthday party, and none of that was thrown together. It was cooked with love.
Right.
Mommy cooked with love.
You took your time and you made everything. You said you was up at 6 a.m. cooking to take food over to somebody's house at 12.
I wanted it to be fresh, so I had to do that then because the party actually started at 2. So she had pulled barbecue chicken. What else did I have? Oh yeah, fried chicken, macaroni salad, Brussels sprouts sauteed. Those are the ones I'm talking about. They're so good, but it ain't nothing healthy about it. And some garlic broccoli.
Well, the whole point though is like, to me, when I cook, I just like to take my time. I like my stuff to be right. You know what I'm saying? I just like to take my time and cook my food.
But see, you know, everybody, that's why we 3 brown girls, because we function.
And your food be good, even though you say you throw it together, but I've been seeing you in there cooking with love.
But you know I'm not cooking the night before.
We know that. We know.
Now you know, they be like, did you get your greens yet? No, I'm going to the market.
I know, because Tarika was mad at you on Thanksgiving, wasn't she?
She wasn't when I brought all that food over.
She sat there and ate it, right?
And it was all good. Oh, you put your foot up in here. You know, but it's funny because since we, you know, because we foodies, but does anybody ever invite you to a cookout and you already know in advance?
Yep, to eat before you go. Yeah.
That's the worst thing. When they boil the chicken. What's that? Baby? What's that right there?
We are live on Facebook.
I know we live, but it look like
it's a delay. It's a delay. If you see it, you know he been like.
I know, that's why I'm like, wait a minute. I thought it was E, the ghost.
It's a delay. That gotta be at least like a 12-minute delay.
Yeah.
12, 15-minute delay.
But anyway, when you know it in advance. It's almost like that movie, Who Made the Potato Salad.
Yeah.
So that's why you eat before you really actually go to those type of places.
Or you take the stuff you know you like.
You can do that, but what's going to happen, because I've done that before too, all your stuff is going to go first.
Mm-hmm.
So you eat before you go.
That's funny.
Well, the funny part, I think what people don't realize is you can't be taking those fouled up food places and representing, because let's say people will kick your back out over some nasty food. Because I know I'll kick you back out. If you give me something nasty, I'll be talking about you all night.
I would.
Who in the world told that person that this potato salad was good? This tastes horrible.
I'll
kick somebody back out over some bad food. I will. I'm gonna tell you right there. I know Coco will, because me and Coco have been places and he said, what the hell is this? Like, it's hard. We will kick your back out over some bad food.
We went somewhere the birthday cake, although it was decorated nicely, it was horrid. When I say horrid, I mean horrid.
And I was about to kick this girl's back out, and she walked up on me. I said, you made the cake? Oh, okay.
Oh, yes.
But let me ask you a question. Do it got a box cake mix, because that's what that was. You ain't fooling nobody by serving somebody some box cake.
It was box cake mix, but why was it stale?
It's supporting the economy by buying the box cake.
No, this is my whole thing. But why would you present that to somebody on their birthday? Like, that's horrible. If I wanted a box cake, I would have went to the store and bought a box cake and put some oil and some eggs in it. Like, come on, you made this entire cake out of box cake. And guess what? As soon as I tasted it,
you said that.
I said it tastes like a box cake. Like, why would you do that?
But you know what, though? I think people have different standards. I think that, no, I'm going to tell you, because that's just like, say for someone that shops at like the Family Dollar or the Dollar Store and things like that. It's okay for them to buy your daughter one of those Barbies for Christmas that only got hair in the middle. You know what I mean? You can't even give her a ponytail.
I was trying so hard.
When you know you buy your child. That happened to me when I was little.
She said, well, only with hair.
And you know something, you spoke about that for years, so you really felt some kind of way about that bald-headed Barbie.
Right. So, but that's their standards. So it's okay. That's just like somebody making box macaroni and cheese.
Well, let me just ask this. Maybe this is my
because that's their standards.
If you're coming to me telling me, oh, I'm a good baker, I can bake a birthday cake, I am going to be expecting that you're going to bake this cake from scratch. Isn't that what bakers do? Bakers don't bake stuff from box cake mix and stuff like that. Bakers bake. That's what they call bakers.
And if I'm getting a birthday cake, I'm
gonna just assume
I would too.
The way she had it decorated was nice.
Oh,
it was nice.
Decorated.
And I was like, ooh.
She's a good decorator.
Who cut my cake? Was it either you or Miss T? Miss T cut me the biggest hunk of cake, and y'all know I'm a cake person. I dug my fork in that cake and I put it in my mouth and I connected eyes with her like, what in the world?
Because we both took a bite like the same time.
That was funny.
What is this? And I was about to, when I tell you I was about to say something awful.
Did she came up
behind? I don't like the cake.
It's good, isn't it?
You like this? She's like, after it's something else. It's something I ain't never had before.
Yeah,
she's like, I know, right? I'm like,
we nicely threw it in the trash.
Spent all that money on that cake.
She had it. She was a good decorator.
She decorated it
beautifully.
It was decorated beautifully, but it's like, sis, she really couldn't do better than to open up a couple boxes of Betty Crocker butter cake mix. Like, you couldn't do no better.
So what she did was, and I'm gonna tell you what she did. She used the Betty. And my thing is this, because I've learned all kind of tricks. Because my mom was also a baker. Won contests when I was younger. It was so bad. I remember her telling me, "Tell them that your mommy's not home," because people used to call.
Yeah, they want stuff.
Mm-hmm. My mom used to say this. She said this to me. She said, "Whenever you're in a rush and you can't do this from scratch, this is what you do to the cake."
So Dr. M, you can make it taste better.
Right. You put some soft silk in there,
right,
to make it give it of a more natural. Right. This didn't even have that in it. I mean, it tasted like she had pre-baked the cake.
Let it sit for dry. It was stale. The Sahara Desert. And the funny part is, we all know I'm a baker. So if I had to use a box cake mix, you know what I would do? Make some simple flavor syrup. You know what simple syrup is. And you brush the cake with it to make the cake moist. You let it sit for a minute and then you go ahead and... But my whole thing is you made this horrible cardboard tasting cake and you gave it to people and then you was asking how we like it. And I was like, ooh. I ain't want to say nothing bad, but I tell you, I was about to say something awful. I know I was. And I was like, ooh.
Mm-hmm. That was something much.
It was a lot. It was a lot.
That was funny.
She be funny about her cakes.
Yeah, girl.
Oh, just to let y'all know, I'm not interrupting because we just got finished that. Penny has joined.
Hey, girl.
What Penny?
Penelope Maddox Waters.
Oh, hey, girl.
Hi, Penny.
The thing we wasn't talking about you, girl. Say nothing. But you know what? I think everybody has their...
You're right, though. People have different standards.
Not even that, though. But you know, like, I know I can't make potato salad.
Right, so you don't even try. Like, I ain't gonna do that. Right. That ain't what I do.
Right. So
see, I appreciate that. Right. I appreciate that because you gotta know your limitations.
Yeah.
Because guess what? I'm a cooker extraordinaire, but guess what I can't make? I say this all the time. I cannot make a decent pot of rice.
That sounds like me. I
cannot make rice.
Listen,
rice is hard.
I've never made rice,
but it's the easiest thing.
Let me tell you, I've watched my mother. See, my daddy was a Geechee. He was from the South and he ate rice for everything. He ate rice and eggs. He ate rice for breakfast, rice for lunch, rice for dinner. We always had a pot of rice on the back burner at all times. And my dad only ate Carolina, long grain, white rice, because that's all he ate.
He didn't like jasmine rice?
No. No. He was a geechee, honey. Carolina, white, long grain rice. I can't make a pot of rice. Either my rice is too sticky. If it ain't too sticky, it's too dry. And damn, if it's dry, it's damn near burnt at the bottom. You burn the rice at the bottom.
Oh, that's
like
good.
I am not. Guess what? I can make some rice in a rice cooker though. That ain't no problem. But I cannot make a pot of rice. And even my husband said, I have seen you make everything under the sun. You cannot make a pot. I cannot make a pot of rice. I never could.
I can't do grits too good. Men
I can make grits. I'm not a good rice cooker at all.
I'm not a good rice cooker either.
I
I've been told that.
But I'm gonna tell you, in true Sapphire Jones fashion, they invented that bag for a reason. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Tastes a little chewy to me.
Minute rice do not taste like.
I ain't talking about minute rice. I'm talking about the bowl in the bag.
Oh, I do got the bowl in the bag. It still tastes a little chewy.
It
ain't the chewy part of it. It's your lack of being able to make the rice.
But if it's if it's bowl in the bag, all you do is throw the bag in the water.
Right, but you got to know the timing, which is the same way with the regular rice.
Well, you get maybe my sticky rice would probably taste better than bowl in the bag rice.
That bowl in the bag rice is pretty good. Don't sleep on it.
It is good. I'm not saying it's not, but I can tell the difference.
You tell me when I serve something, you know the difference. We're gonna have a rice off.
We can. Listen, don't taste fluffy.
You can talk to me. You can always tell the difference between quick cook rice and regular rice.
And it's not wrong.
You know what? I bought one time. I'm gonna tell you. Let me take that back. I remember I bought something in the store, and I thought about you when I bought it because I always think you say, "Why reinvent the wheel?" I picked up a bag of rice in the store. I didn't know it was called parboiled rice, which means they already cooked it halfway.
Mm-hmm.
I followed the directions to a T. That rice I made fine. That wasn't no problem. But for me to take a regular bag of white rice and make a pot of rice, I can't do it. I just don't work for me. But the parboiled rice I can make because it's halfway cooked.
Right.
So you know what I do? When I usually do, because I'm challenged to make rice also, and if I'm making oxtails or something, put that gravy on it.
Okay, yeah, that just
no. You know what else to do? Go get a quart from the Chinese store.
Just buy it.
Get a quart from the Chinese store. There you go.
Yeah, they do make good rice.
I'm gonna just say this about rice. Y'all know, like I said, my father was a geechee. He ate rice. My father, 3 years before my father died, he was totally blind because he had diabetes super bad. I had my parents over for dinner. He said, "Oh, I can't wait. You made some gumbo. I can't wait for this gumbo." Well, I had bought that little boiling bag, 5-minute rice or whatever. My father was blind. Guess what he said? "No, ma'am, this ain't no Carolina rice." He pushed the plate away from him. He said, "No, ma'am." I said, "What?" He said, "I know you're not trying to give me this. Or what is this foolishness? Like this is." He knew there wasn't no Carolina rice. He knew it.
See?
And guess what my mama had to do?
Make some rice.
Went around the corner to the corner store and bought a box of Carolina long grain rice and made the rice.
See, listen, this is what I tell COCO. Those are the things that's extra. She do fresh basil. Fresh basil.
You should. Anytime you make Italian food, you should have fresh basil in it.
No, you should. That's special.
No.
So when you don't have it, it's no problem. You know, that's like when you get your dog food. I remember when I first had a dog, I used to get a dog Imes. You know how expensive Imes is?
Yeah.
So you give them a dog Imes, and then when you can't afford it, you want to give them some Alpo, and they're going to turn their nose up at it. No, start them off on Alpo.
Mm-mm.
And
then Imes is
No. I like to feed my family good because I was raised on good home cooking. I'm not giving them no less. Why am I gonna give them some junk when I can give them the best? Why not? I'm gonna give them the best.
I give them the best.
No, I'm giving them the best.
So
they want that little extra fresh basil. I'm gonna sprinkle that basil on it. That's what they do. That's what they like.
That's what they got McCormick for.
No, it ain't the same.
Okay.
Not the same.
It's so crazy.
It ain't the same.
You know, my daughters had got so used to that when they were in high school. They would come home because I would have dinner already on the table because I work from home. I mean, one time my daughter said, "Mom, let's come with the green stuff at."
Yeah, what they
My whole thing is too. Ragu and them spend a lot of money on coming up with that Alfredo sauce, coming up with their marinara. And
I'm take some of my Alfredo sauce that I
You
used to
need
make
some
with the
homemade.
whipping
Yeah, you
cream.
need some homemade.
I remember you asked me that one morning.
Once you
I
taste
was
the
out
homemade, you
looking
ain't
for
gonna
it.
want the stuff in the jar. No, we were like, what is that crap? I don't want that. Like, I
She was
like
like,
No, no.
What are you out looking? What is you gonna use that
I need
for?
some heavy cream for my Alfredo
Yeah, the
sauce.
whipping cream. Yeah.
Yo,
It's so good. It's so fattening now.
See, there you go.
It's
Yeah.
full of
So you
fat.
need calorie
Full
control.
of fat and blood.
Right,
child.
right.
Calorie control.
You're right.
Alfredo. Now I'm not gonna say I'm gonna screw stuff up with putting a shimmy or shaking something, but I'm not sitting here whipping no whipping butter and whipping cream and something where I could just go buy the jar for $2.39. 9 out of 10, the evaporated milk.
Well,
you don't
but
use
I
it
tell you
all.
what though, what happens is I know, especially with me, even when I try to cheat on stuff, they know it right away. They be going, that ain't
Yeah,
it.
because now you
That is not it.
You
You
start
already
with
started.
something.
Especially my husband, he be like, oh hell no. Like, what is
What's
that?
going on?
You started something.
Right.
Don't start it.
They don't like it.
See?
I
Alright.
mean, come on, like we like good food. Like
I like good food
I do too.
My food be delicious.
I like good stuff.
See, that's why I can cook so fast. Y'all sitting in here at 6 o'clock in the morning whipping up stuff when I could get up at 8, run to the market, and come back home and cook and drink my 4-pack and be done by
Oh, okay.
I
Well,
know.
all right,
Last week that was a lot of work.
Wait, but
I
that's
was
that's just like this pie right here. Let me tell you how this pie came along. This pie came along because
Lady Q made
No.
an eggnog pie.
Because-
so delicious.
like you, my mother was talking about, ooh. One of her friends gave her some coquito.
Okay.
And she said, oh my God, it was so good, I just couldn't get enough. I said, here I go, me. I said, Mom, you can make that. And she was like, girl, ain't nobody making that. Ain't nobody making that. She said, I just wish I had some of it. I said, well, I'll tell you what, I don't have all the stuff to make the coquito. I said, but I can make you a pie that tastes like eggnog if you want. And she was like, you can. I said, I can make a pie that tastes just like eggnog. Can I see y'all?
No, and I was laughing at my goddaughter just reaching and getting the pie.
I was like, I can make you a pie that tastes just like eggnog. I made her pie before I left on Thursday. I dropped her pie off Wednesday night. And then she was like, oh my God, it tastes. And that's what made me make this for y'all because I know we was talking about the conquita. My whole thing is, like I said, all I have to do is taste something. I can recreate it. If I'm the kind of person that can taste something and tell you every ingredient and I'm going to see that I know what that is, or I can taste that, or I know what that is. But maybe I just get joy out of creating. But I will say this, I'm not a lover of cooking. Like, I don't love it. I do it because I have to. I do it because I should. Baking, I like more, but I'm tired of that too. So like, I'm getting old and crunchy. Like, I don't want to do it all the time.
No, that's
like,
right.
I don't want to do it no
That's
more.
like being old and crunchy.
I'm getting old and crunchy. I'm getting
Well,
old
I
and
like
crunchy.
painting.
Yeah. Let me tell
Maybe
y'all.
with a twist,
When we
right?
be painting with a twist, she be serious.
She did.
Serious. She be like, wait a minute. She have her glasses on the tip of her nose, like. I'm like, come here, Picasso. She
And then
be
she
like,
always get all her tattoos on the whatever she's painting. The lady with all her tattoos is on her body. She got to get those all on her actual
puts on her
painting.
painting. But you know what's funny? All the times we go to paint with a switch, y'all be into it. I don't be into it. I'm saying do mine. Come here, fix
Lady
this.
Q
It ain't my thing. Like, it ain't my thing.
See?
Because I like going for the camaraderie, for the drinks, for the dip, the chips. But it's like, this painting ain't my thing.
No,
but
it's
it's
not.
cool. You be into it.
I love it.
She
My
seems so
girlfriend be-
relaxing.
She be doing her shading. She be doing her outlines. Like, I'm like, I'm impressed.
We've been
My
so
ex,
much
I'm not
though.
creative.
We actually finished the painting before the class is even over and we be out.
We leave.
Child.
And that's after blow drying.
Child. Yes.
Yeah.
I told y'all, all the pictures that we had, I put them all in.
Oh God.
I mean, heck, you know we picture swap.
When I tell you, I took them pictures, and I let them sit there for the longest. Like I'm saying, I said I was gonna bring them to y'all at one
We
point.
would have
I took
hung
them out of the because I had them in the basement. I took them out of the basement. I put them in my dining room. The problem with me is y'all know I'm OCD. I had to be cleaning one day. I was like, I was just sick of pictures sitting there, and I just took them all, threw them in the trash bag, and threw them in the trash because it's like I like real painters to put pictures on my wife. My paintings up there.
Oh, no.
I need some real paintings
And
on
it's
my
funny
wall.
because my mom said, you gonna hang all these pictures I done gave you. But to me, I sit here some days and
You
I'm
admire your work.
I'll be like, and it's not the best. No, I'm not Picasso. But
It's your work.
it is.
Yeah,
And I'll be
yours.
like seeing my little initials at the bottom and my little sayings and my
See, mine don't never be that great. So
my creativity. I'll be like,
I put mine in the trash. Yeah, they ain't great no help.
I did
So,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I think we should be getting ready to go on our first break.
But before we do go on our first break, I have to say, because I am kind of sad, as y'all know, the bunnies go back to college tomorrow morning.
Oh, Lord, have
no.
mercy, Jesus.
This has been so great
Not
having
the
them
bunnies.
here.
They've been here for a while. Huh?
They have. I've had them
Oh, no.
since December 20th, so
Okay.
tomorrow morning I'll be taking them to the airport so they can go back to college.
Bye,
Well, I'm gonna give
bunnies.
it a
We love y'all.
Yeah, see you bunnies, honey bunnies. But Kayla took some driving lessons.
Hey.
And she take her test this week, so we're gonna keep our prayers up for her.
Better hide your keys. Better hide your keys.
Oh, I do. I have to now.
You
I
gotta
gotta sleep with my pocketbook next to me.
Yeah, you gotta hide your pieces.
Yes, baby.
I have to tell y'all how little Lena smacked up the camera.
No.
I'm so glad that car is old beat down there. I gotta show y'all the like she called herself pulling into a car spot and smacked the whole night out.
no.
But guess what? That's fine. That's the dummy car. So it's like Robin, you gotta bang it up, go ahead.
It's alright, Nina. It's gonna be okay.
It's funny.
Wow.
Alright, we on our first break. We'll come back. We'll see y'all in about 4-5 minutes.
Grab a
Stay
snack
tuned.
and come right back.
That was funny. She reached over and grabbed the book. Can I take this? Like,
She all leaning.
she like,
She did like a Matrix.
My mom was calling.
I don't know how y'all eat that, girl. I would be something on somebody's toilet.
Oh, we had a lot of people that joined too. Uh-oh. Hi, Aisha.
What Aisha, my cousin?
Uh-huh.
I couldn't share it from the iPad, please.
I don't know
I
why.
can share mine, yeah.
As long as you tag, long as I
Where's
tag
my
you, you can
other,
share it.
laptop?
Sue, you shared it?
I don't know about it.
I seen it, but I couldn't get on it.
You might
So all you
not.
gotta do is go to your page and hit
I know.
If you don't have a Facebook app on your phone, it might not do it either. You gotta have a Facebook app.
Already answered Bernard too. Because he has
I know, that was decent. That's my homie, too. He listened every fucking week to every show. That's my man. Cold out.
Oh, so we're on pause now, so it's not live no more, right?
Nope.
No, we gotta turn that fan on.
Oh, yeah, the thing told you try.